dogs.
Okay, now this is going to be my time to take a little personal question here. I'm
Mhm.
also I love reading fantasy books. What is your favorite fantasy book?
Well, it would be one of the Song of Ice and Fire's books.
Okay.
It would be probably Game of Thrones. Spoiler alert, if anyone hasn't read, no, I can't do that because there's going to be people that haven't, but just if you've read that, what happens to one of the main characters halfway through that book, just I've just never read anything like that. Nobody has the guts that George R. R. Martin does to do that with his characters. It's just ridiculous. And he actually ends up doing that like 5, 6, 7 times throughout the series, and I'm just like, stop it. I get this.
Yeah.
So I won't say any more because I'm probably ruining some people's days right now, but I like the Dresden Files,
Oh yeah, definitely. Glad you
Jim
said that.
Butcher. I like them, but it's hilarious because every time I read them, I can identify how damn cheesy they are. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
every woman is super hot. Every woman is just head over heels in love with Harry Dresden, super attracted to him. But the lore, his humor, just the story in and of itself, it's an addictive read for sure. I love them, and right now I'm reading Black Company. That's pretty good too. It's not anywhere near as Song of Ice and Fire like Artosis said it was, but it's pretty good.
Have you ever read the Bulgariad?
No, I have not.
You should definitely check that one out. Now, away from books here, we're getting a little off topic. Let's go into the NASL. How did you started with such a huge thing?
Well, the owner Russ also owns Ghost of Coaching, which is the website that I coach for, and this has actually been a pet project of his for a long time. He's whispered little things of it long, long ago, but when you've been around StarCraft as long as I have, it's pretty easy to hear lofty, lofty ideas, and then they just never go anywhere. So I never get too excited about anything until it actually starts happening. And he finally gave me a phone call. I was like, "Oh, 1 second." Okay, so I have Grubby Stream on while I'm doing this interview, and it just blasted into a child's commercial. So I couldn't hear anything for like 30 seconds there. Sorry, but he finally gives me a call and he's like, "Hey, let's get you out here to commentate this thing." And I was like, "What?" So obviously we had a few discussions, and now here I am.
Now, when he went to you with that, proposition, did you think you would become this huge face of esports?
No, I did not. It's been surreal, and we've still got a long ways to go. We we had lofty aims with the Clash of the Titans show match, and that's not where any of us want it to be. We're still happy with it, obviously, but as far as what we wanted people to think from that, it did not hit the mark. So we're hungry to show this studio that we've been working so hard on. Every day Russ is putting in just ridiculous hours in the office alongside a bunch of other people to put this thing together and to make it real and to make it seamless. So I did not come here thinking it was going to be what it has become. It's pretty cool.
Awesome. So I completely lost my. Okay, yeah. 50 people get selected for the NASL. How confident are you as the player? Not, I don't know if you have a choice in who gets picked, but how confident are you as the player and not a face of NASL that you will get picked?
Well, the people have actually already been picked, and I do not have any say in who got picked. Obviously, I'm in and around the people that did have say and chose, so I kind of knew where they were thinking and what they were thinking, what they were aiming for. But I did not have any voting power whatsoever. I did not attend the meetings for the selection, but the people actually have already been notified that they've been picked, and the names are going to start getting released actually tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
What's
Well,
that?
10 a.m.
At 10 a.m. Russ is sitting right here.
oh, okay, awesome. Tell Russ we said hello.
Oh, Zoa says hi.
So, that's awesome. And, NASL obviously has these huge, huge goals in, North America, of course.
Mm-hmm.
What would you be satisfied with the first season?
I would be satisfied with weekly exciting matches brought to you by a high production value show that gets Day 9, DJ Wheat, Husky, Diggity, Greetorp. It gets everyone involved. JP. We're working as hard as we can to do that. There's certain things that will and will not happen, but at the end of the day, we're trying. And I hope it's something that the people can be proud of. I hope that people watch it. And the other thing, too, is that when we're doing something as lofty as this, it's not going to make everyone happy. It just never will. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be shortcomings, and there's going to be things stylistically or just functionally that people are going to be like, I don't like that at all. And we were never going to get those guys. So that, it is what it is. But if we can make most people happy, if we can turn out the numbers that we need to grow this and to sustain it, and we can do that while involving as much people as we possibly can, then I'll be super happy.
Okay, so we're down to our last 2 questions here. I just spaced completely. Okay, so people are a little bit, it's the North American StarCraft scene, or StarCraft League, Star League, excuse me, but people are a little upset, like certain people, of course, are upset about the Koreans getting invited. Personally, I want to see the best players in the league. What is your stance on this?
Excellent question. So, there's 2 schools of thought. There are the people, and not to speak for you, but kind of like you, or perhaps not, you can correct me, who want to see the best of the best. And if that means 35, 40 Koreans, so be it. If that means 15 Koreans and the rest are the top non-Korean, Europe, American players, then that's cool too. And then there's going to be people who want just foreigners or just Koreans, and that's just the way it goes. You're never, ever going to get the perfect mix. That number doesn't exist. If we had 100 people in this league, there would be reason for some people to be upset. I don't like 100. I like 50, or I like 200. It's always going to be that way. So, for me personally, I think I side more so with the people who see all the big leagues in Korea and see all the huge wads of money getting thrown around there, and then they see the Koreans don't really participate in our scene at all, except for the big mega tournaments. They kind of come over and take the top spots and say thank you very much and then leave. I can understand with that, and from a Brewber background, I think I fall closer to that. But at the same time, I also respect what the NASL wants to do, and that is to grow esports in the West, and that means bringing all everybody involved. That's Koreans, Europeans, and Americans. So I would say I'm more fall to the side where I like purely North American players, but I absolutely respect and know why Koreans are involved too.
Okay. All right. Well, this interview has been going on for 53 minutes. Could ask more questions, but we're going to go ahead and end it now. We've taken up a lot of your time, and we appreciate you for being here. So go ahead and plug everything you need to plug, e.g., whatever you need to. If there's anything you want to say to your fans or haters, go ahead and take the chance to do that.
Well, sure. First and foremost, I guess just kind of a final word. Thank you to you guys. Appreciate the interviews. A lot of people ask me all the time, how do I get involved with this community? What do I do to become part of it? I don't have the time, or I don't have the skill to be a pro gamer. And you know what? You guys are doing it. This is asking people for interviews, and I've seen you post on Reddit asking questions. I've seen the interviews linked on Team Liquid. You guys are doing a fantastic job of just trying to do what you can with what you got, and I think that's absolutely awesome. And you'd be surprised how things go. Like Mr. Bitters, a guy who just asked for a couple of lessons and thought, you know what, why not share that with everybody? And now look where that's gone. It's like it's growing, it's blowing up under his own nose. So it's definitely possible. It's definitely awesome. So I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then I guess just to the people in general who listen to this, thank you for listening. I know a lot of times, and this is my own doing, when people listen to me do anything, they're expecting hugely radical and flamboyant statements of arrogance, or they expect me to talk down about some player. And again, that's partially my own doing. I've facilitated that belief or that expectation to a certain degree, but hopefully people can also understand that I'm just a super passionate guy who just loves this community, loves this game, and whenever I get a chance to talk about it, I almost always take it. And I don't have to be controversial or funny to do that. I can do that in any nature, and that's hopefully what I fulfilled. And as far as the plugs go, just check me out on Twitter, 88incontrol, YouTube, incontrol TV. And then I try to stream a lot, but I'm finding that a lot of people cheat against me, so that might get downplayed just a little bit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've got the people I play against tell me that they get spammed all the time with what I'm doing, which is like really unfortunate. But it
Wow, I'm
is.
sad to hear that because your stream's one of the best out there.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. And I'll still stream. I mean, it's just when I'm training important stuff. Like you can check my match list right now, and I've won like 13 out of 15. But then when I stream at night, I like lose 8 or 9 games because everyone knows what I'm doing. But that's okay. I'll still stream, obviously. But you can check that out, and that's In Control TV on Justin TV. So please click the follow button there. And then, as always, I just want to thank Team EG, Evil Geniuses, amazing, amazing team. Like I said, just the professional aspect and just how much support they give myself and my teammates and the game in general is just tremendous. So, Intel, MSI Notebook, Steel Series, Jinx Clothing, Kingston. These are some of the best supporters out there, and it's just pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, like I said, from Unknown and I, it is a pleasure having you here. Make sure everyone subscribes. We do our weekly themes each week, so this next week is going to be Phoenix again, so submit your replays with the Phoenix harassment to starcraftsquad@gmail.com. We'll do our best to commentate as many of them and post them on our channel. And again, thanks In Control for being here. It was a real pleasure.
Yeah, man. And one last final note, too. Also, make sure everyone, we're almost at the NASL time. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., 5 names are going to get posted, and then every day after that, 5 more names get posted. And it's going to be 1 name per division. So the divisions are going to start taking shape on, the 3rd and 4th day, and you're going to kind of start seeing the stories unfold, which is going to be super exciting. And then as you guys go, if you have any questions or want to do follow-up interviews, that kind of stuff, just hit me up. I'd love to do them.
Awesome. It's glad to hear that. You don't know how much that actually means to us. And thanks again. Make sure you guys subscribe. Like always, I say, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in our next interview.